Hi, I'm Robin Jackson with your Monday Morning Mindstep, where every single week I show you how to take one step that can help you turn your school into a success story with the people and resources you already have. Now, this week's Mindstep is really about a belief system that I think is causing a lot of schools a lot of harm. And it's simply this. One of the things that we say at Mindsteps all the time is that any teacher can become a master teacher with the right kind of support and practice. Now, a lot of people disagree with us. They say maybe some teachers can if they really want to, or some teachers don't deserve to be teachers. But I don't know that that philosophical conversation is really going to serve you, because the reality is that if you don't believe that any teacher can become a master teacher, your school's dreams, your school vision is going to be held hostage by a certain percentage of your staff who you believe can never perform. What's more is that if a teacher came to me and said, I don't believe all students can learn, or I don't believe all students can learn at high levels, I would be all over that teacher. So why is it that I won't accept that attitude from a teacher, but I display that attitude myself when I am working with teachers? So we've got to clean that up. Now, let me tell you why this belief is so important. It's not just a philosophical argument. It could be the difference between your success and failure in a school. So let's look at student success mapped out by, like teacher skill. So here on this part, we're going to put teacher skill. And over here, we're going to put student success. Now, let's take your lowest level teacher in your building. Some evaluation instruments call that teacher an ineffective or an unsatisfactory teacher. I call it a novice teacher. That teacher is not only low skill, they have low student success. So they reach very few of their students. Now, let's go one step up on the teacher skill scale, and let's look at a teacher who is kind of what some people call developing. I call that teacher the apprentice teacher. They're not the worst teacher in your building, but they're still struggling. That teacher has a little bit more success with students. They can reach some students. Now, if we go one step further, we have what I call a practitioner teacher, but your evaluation instrument may call that a effective teacher, or it might call that a distinguished teacher, something like that. They have a higher level of skill, and they have a higher level of student success. They actually reach most students. And your evaluation instrument actually uses this language. Now let's go to your highest skill level for a teacher. Some of you call that highly effective. I call that your master teacher. That's what I'm talking about. They have a high level of skill and a high level of student success. They reach all students. Now, if I am trying to build a school where all students are successful, based on our own teacher evaluation system, it's impossible unless I have every teacher as a master teacher. These are the only teachers who are going to be able to reach all of your students. Which means then, if we want to reach all of our students, we have to have a school full of master teachers. Now, where are you going to find a school full of master teachers? They don't have it, which means then I'm going to have to work on all of my teachers and help them take the step from few to some, and then take the step from some to most, and then take the step from most to all. I'm going to have to develop that. I'm going to have to create a buildership environment where all of my teachers, no matter where they are, step by step by step, they are getting to become a master teacher. You see, that's why it's really important to believe that all teachers can become master teachers with the right kind of support and practice. Now, in reality, does it work that way? No, but here's what happens. As I move someone up from few to some, there's some teachers who say, I don't want to move up. Guess what? They drop off. They leave. And then as I'm helping teachers make the leap from some to most, the ones who don't want to do it, they leave. I don't drive them out. They leave on their own. And then for most to all, if they don't want to do it, they have a choice. They can leave. But the ones who stay, they move. And so every single year, I have more and more and more teachers at that master teacher level until I have an entire building full of master teachers and I am reaching all of my students. That's what a builder does. And that's what we teach you how to do at Builders Lab. When you come to Builders Lab, we show you how to help people make the jump from few to some, and then make the jump from some to most, and then from most to all, until you have an army full of master teachers in your school helping all your students be successful. And when you do that, you don't have less stress. Every time you help more teachers make this jump, these teachers have a lot of stress. When they get up here, no stress, because all of your students are being successful and your teachers are loving their work. They're committed to the work. So if you want our help in helping your teachers make this jump until you have a school where all students are successful because all of your teachers are master teachers, that's exactly what we teach you how to do at Builders Lab. And to get tickets to Builders Lab, just go to mindstepsinc.com/builders-lab. That's mindstepsinc.com/builders-lab.